You want to say hi?
Yeah, I was like,
As soon as you said that.
Say, who are these people?
I think it was a 2-point game at halftime. Just what did you see in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think that last shot at the end of the second quarter hurt. Derek got that 3 off, had the buzzer, big momentum swing, and then let him go. And then in the third quarter, go ahead. Then in the third quarter, he was a part of their run. You know what I mean? They got stops. I think we scored 11 points in the third quarter or something like that. So we got to do a better job of coming out with energy in that third quarter. But that's a really good team that we played against. I don't know that they lost 3 games all season long, to be honest with you. And I think we competed, but we got to do stuff a little bit better, a little bit harder, a little bit more consistently throughout the game in order to beat a team like that. But, I mean, I thought we did well defensively. Offensively, we could have done a little bit better. But, you know, credit them. They played well, and we're not going to win too many games, you know, scoring 11 points in a quarter.
Yeah, that sequence you alluded to at the end of the first half, do you feel like, hey, if that goes differently, maybe the rest of the game looks a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, they hadn't been inbounding the ball fast all game, and then he gives them the ball quickly. And, you know, credit them, advanced pass, a couple dribbles into a 3, and, you know, they responded well in the third quarter. I mean, we outscored them in the fourth quarter, but the second quarter and the third quarter hurt us, and I think that's what really turned the game around for them.
Yeah, Willie went, small ball not pretty much the entire fourth quarter without a center. Y'all haven't done that too much this season with Zion as the center.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all go to those groups, what do you kind of see and some of the things y'all can kind of improve on when y'all do?
I think we just got to rebound the ball. We had a couple possessions that we didn't get the rebound or we didn't rotate on the backside, and Jaylen Brown gets a wide open dunk. Porzingis is really tall, so when he gets those switches, we got to, show him bodies. But the Celtics, they play a lot of guards and then Porzingis and a lot of guards and then Al Horford, so you got to be able to match that at times throughout the game and figure out how to take advantage of, some of the talented wings we have on this team.
And Willie's kind of gone back and forth a lot this season with Larry at the 5, JV at the 5. Y'all start some second halves with Larry at the 5. What do you think about just the way those guys have kind of handled that uncertainty from night to night, just how they'll be used?
Yeah, they've been the ultimate professionals in terms of their mentality and how they show up to work every day. JV, whether he plays 15 minutes or 20 minutes, he's still getting his work in every day. He's still showing up for us and really just taking advantage of his skill set when he gets the opportunities to. And obviously, Larry has been a pro throughout this entire process and has done whatever it takes for us to be successful as a team, whether that's starting, or whether that's coming off the bench, or whether that's finishing games or not finishing games.
Last time you guys played them in Boston, their coach talked about the law of averages when it comes to letting certain guys shoot from 3. They had a similarly aggressive game plan tonight in terms of just leaving guys open. Just what do you make of that overall approach? I know like every team kind of does it to an extent. They seem to be a little bit more aggressive than other teams. And just what do you guys got to do as an offense when they are playing off some guys pretty aggressively?
Yeah, just take advantage of spacing. They don't match up their 5s on 5s. Sometimes they'll switch. They'll put a 5 on Herbert. They'll put a 5 on Naji. So that it mess up the flow of your pick and rolls and your cadences, and they'll put a guard on, a Larry or a JV at times. Well, not JV because he's so big, but they try to mess up your offense with this switching. They try to get you stagnant. They try to get you playing ISO and one-on-one and get you in a late clock. And I think that's what the good teams do defensively. And they funnel you to areas, and I hope that you kick it out like he said before, law of averages. I thought we did a good job of trying to find the open man and trying to make the right plays. I think it comes down to getting down and run a little bit more in transition. That would have been helpful for us, and then just being able to get some stops in that third quarter to get out and run to open up the game. Because once we open up the game and get out and run, I think it becomes more free flowing. But against a good half court team, it's hard to score in the half court.
You think they're a little bit unique as a team in terms of sometimes the guys they leave open, they're making a lot of threes, but they hold fast to that approach, where I feel like some teams will okay, this guy hit 2 threes, maybe we got to change up the scheme a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Herbert was 4 of 9 from 3, so, I mean, he's shooting like 43 on the year, so they can play those law averages all they want. We'll live with that. I think it's just about us making the right plays, getting stops, and just learning from these types of games. We won't be playing in the beginning unless it's in the finals, so we'll learn from these types of games. It's a good defensive team. They're unique in terms of how they switch, in terms of them having a super 7-footer in Porzingis, but most teams are going to be switching as you get closer to the playoffs.
CJ, Z had it rolling in that first quarter, but then I think he only maybe scored one bucket in the second and third quarters. Was it something you think Boston did more so, or was it just your lack of offensive execution?
Probably a combination. They did a good job protecting the rim. Porzingis protected the rim really well, and he's one of the best shot blockers in the league. And I think that was a part of it. Some of it was our ball movement. Some of it was us not getting downhill, just kind of playing on the perimeter. I think it was a combination of things.
And with a team that good, when you see them, like you said, trying to avoid losing 3 games in a row, when they kind of get to that mode, what are the steps you guys feel like you have to take to kind of get to where they are right now?
Yeah, just continue to fight their physicality with physicality. Continue to hit first. I think we hit first tonight, and we hit last, but in the middle there was a little lull in that second and third quarter. But just getting down to execution, getting down to rebounding, and then when the offense does bog down, it helps to get some stops so we can get some flow and not have to call plays. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, buddy.